Good day, everyone. So today is more of a different day. Last video, we did a reflection day. So I've mentioned we're not going to do as much back testing, not because I'm technically like busy, but I'll be explaining this on future videos. Maybe, I don't know when you're going to be able to watch this, but probably you're going to be able to watch this whether I already passed an eval or got my first payout. But this video is a lot more different. It's just more of, again, kind of like a reflection, but I just want to imply and preach the effects of consistency and discipline. If you've seen a month worth of just pure grind, all inconsistency, not like let's start like pure grind if like oh shit, I'm grinding this day, did like 8+ hours of work, then next day I'm tired, so I'm gonna rest. No, what I meant is an actual system wherein on a day-to-day basis you have this X amount of work, X amount of, specific non-negotiables that you have to execute in a day and execute that day in and day out. Because again, you have to put in your mind that the famous quote by James Clear on Atomic Habits is you don't rise to the levels of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And I actually created a video of this like last year, bro. Last year, really a lot of things have changed. I've for sure improved a lot, not only on the trading, but overall well-being and mindset, as well as my work ethic and consistency in terms of applying and executing my system day in and day out. But systems are just so vital. It's a necessity technically. I mean, not technically, bro. You just need to put that in your mind. A system is a necessity in order to attain success. Without system, every single day would just be like, oh shit, okay, I want to do this today. I'm gonna do it. I don't feel like it. All right, I'm not gonna do it, bro. You need to have a system. You need to actually have, like me personally, I have this journal of mine. I have actually two journals, but this is one of my journal, and I have like every single goal I have here, every like my systems are written down day in and day out. Like every single day, I will write on this journal. What should I do? What do I think? How do I feel? Am I getting closer to my goals and etc. Because journaling is just kind of like life changing because you're able to write down your thoughts into words, wherein without those words, those thoughts can't quite come into life because they are just thoughts. Every move or every dream always starts in the mind. And if you don't put those thoughts into actions, it's really going to be difficult. But when those thoughts are put into words through journaling, taking action is a lot easier. It's a lot clearer. And a lot of things can really change in just weeks of life, weeks or months of pure consistency and discipline. A lot of things can change, and I can, as humble as us can, but I'm really smelling and feeling success. Not necessarily success, but at least a level up in life because I don't know, it's just really some sort of feeling, some sort of thinking. I just know I'm that close, bro. Just imagine there are several nights I'm struggling to sleep just because I have those thoughts in mind. I can freaking feel it to my bones, into my soul, bro. I can feel it. And what I know is those things will happen if I remain consistent in, X amount of days, X amount of weeks, or X amount of months. I'm just that close. I know it. I'm that close. And it's just really a reminder for y'all. Like, I put in the work. Yes, 2025 was literally a full year of learning. I barely, actually, in fact, I never earned money. I lost money. Yes, I did take risk. I did put in some work, but the amount of work I did in the past, a month and a half, or technically just a month, like January, is literally better and it weighs the amount of work I've done for the whole 2025. I've done more work, I've done more progress, I've got more progress in a span of 1 month compared to how much I did in a span of 1 year last year. And that fact, I know something is different on this year. I know that this year has something that is brought for me. I'm sorry if, all of this are just all scattered because these are all on top of my head. Like, I just want to say it is out loud because I've just filled. I'm filled with that thoughts and I don't want to grow just myself. I want you also to hear these words because I've been there and I'm currently there, still currently there. But I know I'm about to reach a different level in my life in the next month. As long as I keep game like whole year of consistency this year, I know I'm living a different lifestyle by next year. Mark my words, bro. Mark my words. As long as I put in the work for the entirety of 2026, I'm having a different lifestyle by 2027. Always take note that, every good habits, they stack up. Every 1% habits stack up. Every 1% bad habits stack up. You have to make sure that you're improving 1% on those different aspects. You should have like a physical system. Let's say, me personally, I work out 5, 6 times a week. What about mental system? Let's say I'm reading a book. Let's say a minimum of 5 pages a day. Say, bro, like that seems easy. Yes, that seems easy when you're extremely motivated, but what do you do when you don't feel motivated anymore? What do you do when you start feeling, you know, you don't feel like it? My body's hurting, my head is aching. Oh, I have a lot of things to do. I'd rather just, sleep. Bro, those are easy. Like if you just, baseline, they are easy. But when things start to stack up, does your system crumble? Are they, actually lead you to something more productive, be able to finish whatever task you have to do on that day. Despite those, numerous tasks, you're still able to execute your already existing system with that extra stress. You just gotta sacrifice sleep sometimes. You gotta, growth is built in discomfort. There's no growth without pain. That's just the cost or the price tag to attaining such traits. But I'm getting too far here. But what I just want to imply in this video is stay disciplined, stay consistent, have a system that is, meant for those difficult and tough and motivated days. Build a system that's built for that. Don't build a system that is, you know, can do insane amount of work in a day, but you can't be able to do it consistently, day in and day out. You have to be able to do it. And I know all of these hardships I'm experiencing right now, they will come into pass and just watch this video. Be just so grateful because I put in the work. I went and, grinding on those trenches, feeling extremely sleepy, extremely tired, extremely hurt, felt like no one was with me. Despite all of that, I know you're watching this, bro, and take note, I'm guarding as hard as I can to be where you're currently at right now. I know you're glad that I'm doing this, and I'm doing this for you, bro. I'm doing this for you. Honestly, it's pretty difficult, but all of it will be worth it, bro. When you get that first payout, get that second payout, in the span of a month or weeks even, get that third payout in span of just weeks after second payout, bro. All of it, it's gonna be worth it. And it's gonna be all for today's video, guys. It's just more like reflection, more like reality check, but also, inspire y'all. You know, because I want you to just resonate with whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I know you're currently in this stage. This is the stage where most people quit. No, it's not because, not people are not quitting because they can't quite understand it, but they start quitting because they are putting in the work. They actually understand what they need to do, but they just can't quite execute day in and day out. And this is just a reminder, and also, a living testament or testimony that you can do it. If I can do it, you also can. And, there's going to be a lot of hindrances. Personally, I'm a mechanical engineering student, second year, second sem. I'm undergoing a lot of schoolworks, but I'm trying to balance everything out. You need to have a high stress tolerance. And, if you really badly want it off, you can make it work. You can make it work, bro. So it's going to be all for today's video. Always reminding, every time you follow the rules, you will be rewarded. And every time you disobey them, you will be punished. That's all for today's video, guys. And I'm really grateful to have you in this journey. It was a definitely, definitely difficult and rough one, but it was all worth it. Peace out, yo.